You're supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it.
I knew this would be interesting.
I hope you're happy.
That is indeed how I'd react if someone spoke that way to me. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it?
Face.
Suki's retort gets caught in the throat.
So, you don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world that you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Fine, I guess.
This actually turned out to be a lot more fun than I had first anticipated. Maybe this won't be such a bad route after all.
Only because Michael will make me if I don't.
Yes! This again! You're damn right Eagles can fly! We flew! Did the Eagles! Straight to the Super Bowl! And we brought home the trophy! Back where it belongs! Here! To Philly, baby! You're damn right Eagles can fly!
Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheese can run.
Damn right Eagles can fly!
People can try, but that's about it.
I was hoping it would still be this. It always gets me hyped! And I apologize to anyone who was wearing headphones at that point. But then again, if you were watching and you saw that title, then you really should have known that was going to be that way.
Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it.
You're right, I didn't like it. I loved it. I adored it. Especially that title. And so I'm not going to say that I immediately liked it. I'm not going to say that.
What? Just be honest.
I'm being honest, baby. It makes me so happy. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it when it's about the team that is from the birthplace of the single greatest nation of all time, the glorious, indestructible United States of America, the Philadelphia Eagles? Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? That I demand to know.
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But ain't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't have made your message any less valid, because it is indeed true. The Eagles can fly straight to the Super Bowl and bring the championship home.
Yes, exactly. They can bring the championship home. They deserved it after all those years of waiting.
I'm sorry, I had to do that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in the zone.
I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard.
Just like the Eagles did.
Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set it up for a rhyme at the end that I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. Guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah. Guess not. I decided to email with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, I won't take that away from her. And as always, I'm going to go to Monica next just to shut up the Just Monica people. Hi, Bob the Mob. Having a good time so far? You're damn right I am. Every time I see that poem, it just, oh man, I feel like I'm gonna burst with just energy and excitement.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening.
As I am always going to say in these playthroughs, unless I'm not sure if he doesn't say this kind of thing when all hell breaks loose. And the next thing I'm going to say about how you can have pizza parties. Only for me, instead of having pizza, you have cheesesteaks, because that's a classic Billy thing. And I am never afraid to do nothing, because I'm a Billy son. Alright? I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, whatever. I ain't saying that either.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
This actually is true. This is the first true line between me and Monica in this route thus far, I think. Probably in this part of this route. Because this is damn embarrassing, because it's just all that cutesy kinds of crap. So, yeah. This is the one time in which I hope that in the patch that's made, the next patch that's made, that they don't have anything in which there's a poem generated based upon the words you choose, because I don't want to have it where there's any kinds of cutesy garbage when I'm forced to do anything where I'm trying to go through Natsuki's route.
But it's that sort of barrier that we all need to get past. We all need to get past soon.
Yeah, it's true. I am Monica. Can't even really call it my poem. It's too cutesy.
I like it, Bob Mob.
Really? And indeed,
I cannot see how anyone possibly would other than Natsuki. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's the exact that's the exact thing. And look, Monica even has this face like this face like, dude, seriously, you know, with the arched eyebrow and everything. Yeah, yeah, go ahead, laugh it up. I'm just doing this so I can get past this run. Indeed, that is how I'd respond. I actually can feel my face getting hot, like apparently I'm blushing because I just feel embarrassed as hell that I was forced to do that. Only so I could get all of this done. Yeah, that's the idea, but only so that I can get past that route. She is indeed a good writer. She says the Eagles can fly, which they did. They flew straight to the Super Bowl and they brought it home. So she is a beyond epic writer. So I guess, yeah, that would be a compliment sorted then. If you say so. Yep. Hey! Cool. Shel Silverstein, I remember from way back. Damn, like first through third grade, we did a lot of reading of his. Yeah, Shel Silverstein, he was awesome. Like he wrote stuff that like was intended for kids, but could really be enjoyed by all ages. And in fact, some of the stuff he wrote actually was like pretty dark humor. Um, like I forget what it was called. Oh, and just did a self head slap there. He had served in the military. I forgot to salute the heavens. Um, but yeah, he like there's this one poem that I haven't read, but I've heard of it. It's the thing that like is about a man who's awaiting being hanged, and it has like it's like apparently some very dark humor kind of a thing, and he also wrote the lyrics to what would become one of Johnny Cash's greatest hits, "A Boy Named Sue." I will put links in the description if I can find any of his poems, as well as the lyrics to "A Boy Named Sue," because that's a really funny song. I'm not going to say that because I'm not going to play dumb about Shel Silverstein. He was awesome. He was beyond awesome. Okay, cool. Indeed, a long time ago. He's famous for telling all sorts of stories in just a few simple words. And that is indeed true, that there were even some sad things. I never really seen all that many of them. um, but yeah, we had mostly seen the comical stuff, and yeah, he was beyond epic. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. This is what I was saying. This is what I was saying. That they might feel like they were written for kids because mainly they were, but they really could be enjoyed by anyone. Exactly what I said. For once, Monica gets something right. Doesn't mean I appreciate her any more than I used to. But that's another story for another time. One that, from what I understand, will inevitably be brought about later on. But anyway. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert. But you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it'd be kind of your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. Why did I read that last part out loud? As I've said, I've written poems on my own in my spare time for fun. So that's not really true about me. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles. Yeah, you'll help me, I'll just bet. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. But if we're there, maybe. Yeah, I know why you're saying that, Monica. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? And this is another thing that I'm always going to have to say about. First and foremost, people should not belittle themselves. Just have self-confidence. I cannot stress that enough. Also, saying, don't worry, I'm not very good. If you're not very good, isn't that a thing where, like, it therefore is something that, like, maybe not worry, but, like, it is something, like that. For lack of a better term, one should be worried, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read them. This seems to be the same thing as well. Hole in the wall. Couldn't have been me. See the direction the speckle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. A reel blinds like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaning of the image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. And another thing I'm going to always say about for as long as these things last, it seems as if maybe this is a thing that, like, sort of, for lack of a better term, taps the fourth wall. It doesn't really break it. Just, like, taps lightly upon it. As if maybe these parts of this seem to reference the player. A whole of infinite choices. Since this is a dating sim and a choice-based game, realizing that she wasn't looking in, she was looking out. He on the other side was looking in. He meaning the guy that you're playing as, and perhaps by extension also the player. And even saying hole in wall, the thing about the fourth wall. And so I'm thinking that that could be perhaps what all this relates to. So, what do you think? Well, I just said what I think. It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. Again, epiphany I have heard because no one ever keeps quiet that Monica is supposed to have a lot of meta knowledge. Apparently knows that this is in fact a game. And so perhaps that's referring to such. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's rating tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, now these are like my two favorite characters. Like Sayori being like just the total cinnamon bun she is, who really did not deserve what happens in the game. Like, I headcanon it happens differently. But, yeah. And Yori, well, again, I'm not even going to go into all of that again because that would just take up like a lot of time. So, I'll just do this, and I'm trying to close my eyes and just click on something. Okay, alright then. And this is probably going to make me feel especially guilty because Sayori, I know she digs my character in this game. This is a good poem, Bob. Then again, given how she's all about happiness, cutesy things probably wouldn't like be all that bad. Probably wouldn't get too sad about it. Hopefully, I just like people to be happy, even if it is just like fictional characters. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. I'm not saying that, like I said, about people who have self-confidence. And I am the kind of guy who would do that. I have said that. I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Oh, see, she looks like she's a bit sad already. Thank you, Silvano. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. Or wait, yeah, she gets this way. Okay, well, let's see. I'm just really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. That's not true. See? It's like I said before, Bob. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something only really good people do.
Thanks. Sorry. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That would be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right?
Again, makes no sense, and more importantly, should never be like that in real life. You should always have self-confidence. You should always believe in yourself. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine.
The way you glow on through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to get me get out of bed, making me love the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit bad about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. Came out nice. How should I put it? Sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school.
Spare to skip breakfast.
True, most important meal of the day.
I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Mike is the best.
Yeah.
But next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
And apparently it won't be the final time I say this. I'm afraid, Sayori, that's not true. It's not possible. That's already been done in that Francis Scott Key was the one who had penned the Star-Spangled Banner. Before it became the national anthem, it started off as a poem. And so, yeah, best poem ever has already long since been written. They'll do second best. Let's put it that way. And Yuri's going to hate this, no doubt, as would any red-blooded horror fanatic. Yeah, you see this face. This is the same way I would be if I were reading a poem, like no doubt is supposed to be in this game. Yeah. He always stares at the poem. I didn't want to do this, Hayes. I called Yori Hayes his nickname because I said the purple hair reminded me of the song Purple Haze by Jimi Hendrix, undisputed master of the guitar, as well as an Army veteran. Yeah, just forget you ever saw this, please.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. Uh, um,
It's fine, don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
In this route, let's just say that it is. Why you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it.
Ah, so it's that bad, which it indeed is.
No! I just raised my voice.
As I've said before, he reminds me so much of Nafsflug from Undertale. She beats herself up all the time for nothing. I just feel so sorry for her. Oh, it never fails to amuse me. Someone, please, I am begging it. If anyone knows what's up with this, if this is some anime thing, a manga, or whatever, if they could please explain it in the comments section. Why her eye disappears like that, if that's like a common thing in such. Ah, jeez. I bet it's a face in the hands. Couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. Might take you all a little while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right. It's just that the specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing that I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
And Shiori finishes her train of thoughts as if the demeanor totally changes. Stammering is completely gone as he sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Uh, um, well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. So if you apologize to yourself, to me, and to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. He smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. This itself is kind of funny. After all, is it supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. Tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing the air of the present is but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. You into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Bob. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. Soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. It's a little more stressful than I anticipated. Okay, I'm never saying that because people should have self-confidence. Or that. So that's why I'm across the room, Sayori and Monica happily chatting. My eyes land on Yori and Natsuki. Gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As I read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yori smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Suki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. And another reason that I hate having to do this route. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. I was looking for suggestions. I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Bob the Mob did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Bob Mom liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri. This music gets me every time. Well, here we go again. I'm really gonna hate doing this part as well. This decision I'm gonna have to make. That's not what I... you're just... He always stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Bob Mob appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh. How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? You that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would literally go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh, jeez. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? Oh, jeez, here this line comes. Wow. Oh, jeez. That's so cute. That's so cute. That's a little... This doesn't involve you. Okay, it's really difficult. You gotta bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to do both the voices at once. I don't like this fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turn towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Mom, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. She could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective. And this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convulsive for no reason? It makes you jump out at the rear, not forcing to have to figure it out. Help me explain it to her, Bob. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings most effectively. Avoiding them is not unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Bob? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? Well, that's not true. I really hate having to do this kind of thing. Especially since I'm supporting cutesy kinds of crap. You're really talented. Well, Natsuki has a plan. I think that... Indeed, because I wouldn't be able to say that in real life. About the cutesy thing. I think that conveying feelings with few words... Yes, can be just as impressive as well. True. See, then everyone's happy. Okay, cool. That wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. This is true. This is true as Spandau Ballet. That's a take on this 80s song, True. Which pays tribute to Motown legend Marvin Gaye. Let's the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job with that. Yeah. It did, didn't it? So, now I wasn't... Please, Salvador, don't get this into being a whole drama battle between these two. That's not... Natsuki. I think that's enough, indeed. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. Okay, again, if you could have had that in like parentheses before that. Look. What we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing. And saying it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. And so for my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you didn't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Okay, cool. This is like apparently everyone is being placated. Good to know. So that's what I try to do in real life. I try to, when these kinds of things, when I get dragged into arguments, I try to let everyone know that like I don't want to pick sides. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. Okay, cool. I actually got that without any kind of parentheses. Yori. Hmm? Yeah, oh, jeez. Thought this was going to end well for everyone. Okay, maybe this will end well for everyone. I'm sorry Natsuki didn't mean everything she said. So you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey! It's not like you need to apologize for me, Bob. Jeez. Suki takes a breath. The thing about... Suki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than when she boasted. Sayori, Monica look away. Anyway. Oh my god, please help us. Oh, jeez. That's all. Suki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yori. Sayori? Why is this happening? I'll go make some tea. I was just trying to help. Oh, poor girl. So she appreciates Sayori? Pat Sayori on the shoulder. That's what I do in real life, actually. This is, yeah. That's pretty much the kind of face I would have too. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Bob and Bob. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we all got a little too used to. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all, not at all. There's still time before we go home. So we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. Eh? About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. I guess that's why you're vice president, Sayori. Something I don't want to swear. If it happens again. In the end, though, no, I am not saying that. I'm not saying that Monica is supposedly right about anything. Well, this much is true, but I'm not going to. But in the end, I guess it's all been worth it so far.